Hello everybody, this is Money Mom. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to talk to you about 8 signs you might not be making enough money. Let's get started. And with that being said, more money, more streams of income give us more options because life costs money. It's just reality. Yes, we can live frugally, but you can only cut back so much. Let me get started on the 8 reasons, the 8 little signs. Number 1. You don't even have money for a small type emergency. You may have money to pay your bills, but let's just say you need 2 new tires on the car, they're going bald, you have to get to and from work, you got to put them on your charge card because you just don't have enough money in your emergency fund. Which brings me to number 2, you're depending on credit cards every single month to make ends meet, and you've got high interest on them, and you are basically paying the minimum payment, but you're a lot in debt because of always having to put these extras on the credit card. Number 3, you're juggling bills. It's kind of like you have a bunch of bills in your hand, you just got paid, you throw them up in the air and go, wee! Whichever one drops on the table gets paid. And which brings me also, which means that you might not have enough for even your basic expenses. Which means number 4, you might be late on some of your bills, get cancellation notices, and may even get cancellation on, say, electricity, cell phone, and then usually you have to pay to get them to start up your service again, which would be really inconvenient and costly. And also with that, and I didn't write this down, you may sometimes not have enough money in your account, maybe a check goes through, and you end up having to pay a late check fee because you didn't have enough money in your account. So you're kind of always juggling back and forth. Number 5, there is nothing else that you can cut out of your budget. I know that this channel and many others is about frugality, living your best life on less. That's wonderful. I do agree with that. However, to me, I think life is meant to be enjoyed, and I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to give up everything in order to live. Yes, sometimes you have to give up things. I understand that. But to me, if there's nothing else to cut and you've bare-boned everything and you can pay your bills, but you don't have anything left over for a situation like new tires on the car or, you know, possibly an emergency, a plumbing emergency in your home, that's time to reevaluate our income, maybe either get a new job or bring in other side incomes to help along the way, because we can only cut so much. Number 6, you're worried all the time about money, you're not sleeping well, and you're always thinking about your bills. And I know of folks that are in tight situations, and it seems like all they talk about are their money woes. Number 7, you run out of money before your next paycheck because you just don't have much left over even after paying your basic bills. And number 8, you don't have money left over for any kind of extras. Now, you may be 2 people. Number 1, the first person doesn't have enough money to pay their basic bills, and they're kind of always juggling and, you know, having to borrow money, putting stuff on credit cards. Then you have the second person that has enough money to pay all their basic bills, and maybe even a little money, you know, extra for groceries and things, but they don't have money for when emergencies and extras happen. For me, it's not the bills that get me, it's all the Murphys that keep coming up all at the same time. And you know, they say they happen in threes, right? So you need 2 new tires on the car, then you have a plumbing issue. Oh, and then somebody's computer that they need for work went down. Okay, in order to be able to make enough money, you've got to have enough money to cover all of this type of thing. So these are some signs where you may not be making enough money, and you may want to reevaluate ways to bring in more income. Now, before signing off, I have a fun question I want all of you to answer. If an old relative came out of the woodwork and gave you $10,000 right now, what would you do with that $10,000? I'd love to hear it. I thought that'd be kind of a fun question. I want you to pretend someone gave you $10,000 and think about what you would do with that money. This is Money Mom signing off, and as always, I love you. Bye-bye.